I was at a meeting on Tuesday and we were doing it was a visitors day, and there was about 12 visitors there, and I was waxing lyrical about the benefits of BNI and some really good success stories, and one of the visitors puts his hand up and he said, "Can I say something?" I mean, how dare they try to interrupt me when I was in mid-flow? I said, "Okay then." And he stood up and he said, "I just want to let you know that I'm from BNI in Poland. And our chapter, we're proud of our chapter because we're the largest chapter in the whole of Europe." And I thought to myself, how could you be that and I not know about it? And he said, "We're a chapter of 75 members." 75 members, and there have been 75 for the last 18 months. Fantastic result. How much business are you turning over? 4.2 million euros. What system are you using then? Because we haven't got chapters that big here. Same system you're promoting here. You see, what you've got at your fingertips is something quite unique. And it's something that's diverse in 60 different countries around the world. And it's available to you every Wednesday lunchtime. This team, new team, have come up with some fantastic changes already. First person in the room this morning thought, "Oh no, this is not how we lay out the room. This is different to what we normally do." Because change is good. And I want to talk to you about changing your mindset slightly if you want to make more money out of this. But before I can do that, I need to know that I'm talking to people that want to make more money out of this. Has anyone got way too much business that they just haven't got time for any more business at the moment? Now come on, be honest. Yeah, maybe half of it. You see, that's where your mindset has to start from. I look at BNI members and I can't work out, or it's taken me a long time to work out why some of them are making hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of business and some of them are making thousands of pounds worth of business. There's quite a big gap between the really good members and the really bad members, and they all do exactly the same thing. They all turn up every week, they all have an exclusive seat, they all get on well with people around the team, but they're not clicked. There are a lot of BNI members that are 90-minute members. They just turn up for the meeting and do nothing else. And yet they wonder why it doesn't work. What I've been asked to come and talk to you today about is how do we engage what you want to achieve in your BNI membership and align it with what the leadership team want to make out of this chapter. They've come up with a goal, 45 members. Why do they want 45 members? That's the interactive part, by the way. Why do they want 45 members?
Brings everyone more business.
Brings everyone more business?
It's based on what the other successful chapters are doing.
What other chapters are doing? Yep. Anything else?
We'll make more money.
Make more money. Are they doing it by themselves, or is it just a number they've come up with? They're actually trying to, the key is in the leadership name. They're leading this team, your team, where you're a team player, to greater things. The only question you have to ask yourself is what part of it do you want to make? What do you want to change in order to be part of that team? Because here's the difference. From the stats that have been read out, does anyone know what the average seat value of this chapter is? The stats have been read out today. Anyone, any idea? About 14 grand. Average seat value of this chapter at the moment is about 14 grand. And yet it's one of the most active chapters in terms of the amount of people you get through the door in any chapter in London. But the results aren't quite as good as what some of the other chapters are doing at the moment. But that's okay. The goal, get to 45 members and £2 million, means the seat value is going to go to 45 grand. Does that excite anyone?
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, I just thought the tumbleweed going down the middle of the table for a moment. 45 grand average seat value, but that's only average. That means some people are only going to make 10 or 15 grand, but some are going to make over 100 grand. Which side of the fence do you want to be on? That's the interactive part again. Okay. Okay. Tough crowd. Tough crowd. Okay. Here's a question for you. You'll get this one easy. What's the difference between, or what do these three things have in common? People that run marathons, people that are getting married, going to their wedding, or people going on holiday? What do they got in common? Pardon? They're all stressed. Yeah. They're all stressed. Yeah. That's planning. Yeah. What else?
They all look fit.
They all look fit. Yeah.
Everybody's getting
very good. Yeah. That's good.
They'll all be sweating at the end of the day.
Yeah. I didn't have that one written down. They all look fit. Okay. One of the proper ones is they all take planning. What else?
We're putting a lot of work in.
Could put a lot of work in, yeah, part of the planning, they've got to put time into it.
Hopefully excited about it.
Excited about it, yeah.
Don't shut up about it.
Don't shut up about it.
They could all potentially die.
Yeah. There's always one in the crowd.
They all need to go to BNI to earn enough money to be able to do those things.
Potentially they've all got to have a business backing them or an income backing it all up. However, planning, put the time in, and it's so much better to do it with other people. Okay? 3 common things, exactly the same as your BNI membership. This takes some planning to come along here every week, to get here on time, to sit through the whole meeting and to be active. But more so, what part of it have you actually engaged with your business strategy? Hopefully, you've all got a business plan for this year. If you're embarrassed about not putting your hand up to say you haven't got one, go see Tim, because he's probably the best one at getting you one. If you haven't got a business plan, you need one. But if those that have got business plans, what part of it does BNI play? Because if you want to get 45 grand, 100 grand, 10 grand out of your BNI membership, you've actually got to put some time and effort into it. So, the good chapters again, who engage with the strategy of making BNI part of their business plan, the members themselves do one key thing. It's taken me 15 years to work this out. They do one key thing over and above every other average BNI member. And that is, they don't steal from BNI. They don't steal for BNI. In other words, they're not stealing their time to slip a bit of BNI in. You know what it's like? You go away from here, and you'll for the 7 of us that have written all the names down of what people are looking for on their referral sheets. That was a little dig for the ones that haven't. For the people that have gone away and actually want to help other people, they'll take 10 minutes this afternoon to look up their referrals, or they'll think about tomorrow morning they might spend 20 minutes, and they're stealing bits of time out of your week. We all do it. We all steal little pieces of time. Really good members don't allocate any more time to their BNI than anyone else, but they do it in one hit. 1 hour a week. If we could do one thing that would have a significant benefit to your business, to your team's business, and to the chapter as a whole, it would be spend 1 hour dedicated to marketing of your business through BNI. Now, what could you do in that 1 hour? Your membership coordinator has already mentioned one of the key things that we could all be doing probably a little bit better. What would it be?
Is that find one of the primary positions that we want to fill?
Yep.
See if we know someone.
Yep, she's read out 5 different categories. You've all got LinkedIn. Have a look if you've got an architect in your LinkedIn and invite them. That wouldn't even take you an hour, but in order to get one architect down here, you probably need to invite 3. So, 1 hour, just doing that would be a really good thing. What else could you do in 1 hour if you were dedicated to your BNI City Lunch chapter?
Find your contacts that you have.
Find a referral that someone is looking for. Go through your contacts and really dedicate your time and a bit of effort to do that. Why would you want to do that? Because you've got another 26 people potentially doing it for you. There's always got to be a why in whatever we do. Okay, so we could look for a referral. We could look for a visitor, specific category that we're looking for. Another key one. You've only got an hour, so it's not going to take long.
1-to-1.
A one-to-one. Really dedicated business meeting with one of your other sales team, one of the people around the table. Start with the ones that are in your power team, because they're the ones that know you the best and are most likely to be able to find an easy referral for you. But unless we get to know you, we're not going to have the confidence in referring you. Any other things? John?
Work on your 60-second speech.
Absolutely. Work on your 60-second speech. How many people actually practiced, planned to present their presentation today? Be honest. Yeah, less than half. If I gave you that 60 seconds on a radio, an advert to promote your business to 27,000 people, would you have practiced it and presented it properly? Or would you have done it any different than you did it today? Of course we would have. That's the same opportunity. Everybody in this room knows 1,000 people. But we're not presenting to 1,000 people, we're just having a chat with our mates a lot of the time. You see, the way you do something is the way you do everything, even if it's not true. That statement is something that we shared with the leadership team just recently. The way you do something is the way you do everything, even if it's not true. In other words, you come along here and you're fully organised, you've got your presentation mapped out, and you give a glowing sort of presentation about your business and your referral request, people assume that that's the way you do business, even if it's not true. The flip side is, if you turn up late or you're a bit negative about the weather because it's too sunny for you Brits and all that sort of thing, people assume that that's the way you do everything, so that's the way you'll be in business, even if it's not true. So better to come along here and raise the bar each time. Get involved, but take the time to actually think how serious this could be for your business. We've got 4 goals as a regional director team to run London. I want to hit my target of 50. I want to generate £50 million worth of business for my London members alone. And we break it down into the really smallest bite-sized chunk that we possibly can, so that we can go and act on a small piece of change, a small change in the way we approach this whole dynamics of BNI. Our biggest challenge is we're dealing with people. We're dealing with entrepreneurs, and we've got a system, and that becomes a bit of a challenge. So we break it down into small parts. Your leadership team is charged with a couple of these, and they're on board with it. And you've already achieved one of them. One of them is 100% attendance at least once a month with every chapter in the region. If I could achieve that across the whole region, with everybody turning up or having a sub, we're on the way to some pretty big results. The second one is all the reporting that your membership coordinator will be doing has to be done within 24 hours. So that any time we're looking at information about this chapter, any time you all want stats and figures, we know they're absolutely up to date within 24 hours. That's not happening in some chapters. It is happening in this chapter, which is great. And the other one, which is key to everybody in this chapter, is every new member with their mentor will identify that they have to attend the member success training within 60 days of your membership. You're not supposed to have your 10-minute presentation unless you've done that, but there are no visitors coming on board who do not have the skills and the knowledge about BNI aren't going to be as good a member to you as one of your teammates until we teach them how to do that. They sign an application form to join your chapter that has that as one of the conditions, that you would attend that. And yet, of all the people that leave BNI in their first year, 72% of them have never been to that training. We're letting people down. We're letting people walk away without actually engaging them with what the opportunity is for you. And that's a real sad thing. So we're charging the chapters with doing that. And the last one, which my director team came up with yesterday, which is going to be a bit of a challenge for this chapter, but hey, I'm all up for challenges, is double the amount of visitors per month at every chapter, whatever they're. And your chapter is currently doing 5 visitors per meeting per week. So our challenge, and I've got this chapter, so I've got to try and convince you guys that there is an added advantage of doubling that. And that is simple. On average across the UK, visitors accounted for 30% of the invoiced business that is generated in the Thank You for the Business. Do you want more business out of this? Let's get more people showing off to. Let's get more people around the table through the way of inviting good visitors so that we can present our business to a lot more people. That way, they might actually like what they see and they might actually apply to become a member of your chapter. So instead of them just buying one-off sale, they might be a committed alliance for you, week in, month in, month in. And that'll make a significant difference to hitting your membership committee, your leadership team's goals at 45, hopefully hitting your goals. But you just need to spend an hour. 1 hour is all I ask. Will make a significant difference to the way that your results between now and the end of the year will be looking. Thank you so much.